I want to say that's pretty much it, but I got one last question for you.
Shoot.
Okay. So, in the time you've been in the industry, from when you were on the tools to the position you're in now, what were some things that you saw change in the industry on the tools as well as in the position you're in now that have actually made you very proud of the direction we're going in, that make you happy? And what are some things that you would like to or hope to see change?
I think that the requirement for training, trades training, safety training, leadership training, to do things to make the workforce better, that's that's a good deal. The thing that the apprenticeship board was talking about, the parity of esteem, that being a steam fitter and being a lab tech, these jobs should be considered sort of equal because we're doing things that are really important, and having the training is important. Like, we haven't made a lot of progress at that. Most people, including the trades men and women, they don't want their kid to be in the trade. If they think it's dirty, it's dangerous, it's hard, you should have a better job than I did. We need to improve that.
Not to cut you off, do you think that they maybe don't want the next generation to come into the trades because of the horrors or the things that they endured? For example, maybe
Exactly.
the camaraderie or the hazing and abuse that was very alive and thriving during their time, and that still, to some extent, does exist.
Sure. Part of being an apprentice was you were there at the suffrage of the journeyman, and the theory was, well, if you couldn't hack it, you know, look, we're just trying to toughen you up. We're just trying to make sure you got the right stuff. So,
Make a man out of you.
yeah, 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 or a man or woman, or
Yeah,
or a beast out of you, or whatever it is. Um, the truth is that stuff was nothing more than a license to be cruel to people.
it was abuse.
Yeah, and it's still there. I mean, a lot of it's under the carpet a little bit. We're getting more women in the trades. That's something I really think is positive. I think they really make a difference. But if you look at how those women are treated in some places, it is positively horrendous. Bend over the pipe, baby, and or whatever. We, as an industry, we close our eyes and walk by that. What we need, in my view, is we need those guys that are working on the tools that people respect. We need the leadership on the job to say, hey, pal, we don't do that here. You treat her like a brother or a sister or whatever. You treat her like a respectful person, or fuck off. We don't need you.
I think the aggressive approach is probably a little better, in my opinion. But no, I agree with you. There should be people that intervene. And when it comes to whether it be abuse, discriminatory actions, or sexual abuse or discrimination in that nature, I think a lot of people become very uncomfortable, and within our own nature, we just laugh at it because it is an uncomfortable thing.
Sure.
But I do agree with you that there should be people that just say, hey, man, not appropriate. That's not okay. That does not fly in the workplace. And either you get in line and you treat this individual with respect, or you fuck off and go to the gate.
Yeah, that I think you break the back of discriminatory, abusive, sexist, whatever, when the guys that people respect on the job say, we're not going to tolerate this. You know, if everybody knows this is the go-to guy, the person people want to emulate, when he says, look, I don't think we should be acting like that, people won't act like that.
Oh, and I agree.
This is something that burns my ass with a flame about this high. Um, we spend a lot of money and a lot of time recruiting bright young people. Some of them are women, some of them are black, some of them are gay, but we got these bright young people. We've spent time and money on them. They have enormous potential. Whether the potential is as a tradesperson, whether it is as an on-site leader, whether it is as a start to another career, we invested in them. We need to protect them. We need to lead them. We need to train them. We need to show them a better way to live. And until we get, you know, until we get over ourselves and stop doing some of the things that, like, I was an apprentice, I know I know what it was like. I did not, I shut my mouth and I kept working, even though I wanted to say, fuck you, you ignorant asshole. Nobody in the world even likes you. People shouldn't have to do that. And there are a lot of young people who we've recruited who, when somebody does treat them badly, their response is, and that is a big loss for us, because everybody they talk to, they will say, don't ever go near these people.
I think it's very unfortunate. I'm just gonna like say it this way. So I'm a millennial, right? And I'm gonna use Gen X or even like the baby boomers, especially the baby boomers. They'll always say, and I mean this respectfully, your generation doesn't want to work. And it's a trickle down effect. Every generation says that about every
Sure.
generation. Your generation doesn't want to work. Your generation doesn't want to work. Nobody wants to join the trades. And I think there's truth to that. And when I say that, I mean it in the sense that I came up on the tail end of you. If someone fucking lipped you off, it's fight on site and you deal with it now. Now, if you fight on site, you're getting a lifetime ban. Your employer will never talk to you again. It doesn't work like that. It's not like you and I can just go behind a hoarding or whatever it is and scrap it out, shake hands, have a smoke, and go back to work. Those days are gone, generally speaking. I myself, I hate the phrase nobody wants to work. It's no, nobody wants to deal with the bullshit. Nobody wants to sit there and be called, and pardon my terminology, a fucking retard or this and that, because at the end of the day, I'm there to work and I'm not there to be belittled. I'm not there to be degraded or humiliated or hazed or whatever it is. I'm there to invest in myself and pursue a career.
Yeah.
And if I have to show up day in, day out, getting yelled at, and to the point where I disassociate and shut down, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to put my best foot forward or my effort into it. And I'm just going to look at you and put my hands up and I'm going to give you less than the bare minimum. And I think that's what drives a lot of the journeyman's absolutely ape shit is they get to a journeyman position or a foreman position and now they think they don't have to do the grunt work, which I think is the opposite. If I myself get into a boiler or I get down into the ruts of the nitty gritty, really shitty stuff of my line of work with the new guy, I think that opens up a very large potential of respect because that shows them I don't think I'm better than you. I don't think I'm above you. And I'm willing to get in there, not only show you, but do the work with you. You'll get people's respect so much quicker than to just sit there and scream at them and yell at them and tell them they're not doing it. Like, granted, a new guy who has zero experience in whatever trade it is, he might not know the tools and he might not learn it right away. And that's to be expected with anyone who has zero experience and doesn't come from a family that's blue collar or in the trades at all. But if you're willing to take the time and actually sit there and teach them and be a mentor or a brother or a sister to them, that person's going to work for you. That person's going to put out. That person's going to show up. That person's going to give a damn about the quality of work they bring to the table because you represent them as much as they represent
that
you.
person will, when they are in the position to train somebody, they will train that person with respect. No one is better by being trained by belittlement and whatever. I think that once you start to get belittled or somebody's trying to shame you into doing something, I think you switch off. And I think once you've switched off, you're no good for yourself. You're no good for anybody there. They need to understand that. And they, the big we, the big they, I guess, we need to change how we do things. The last thing about where do I think we're at and where do I think we're going? I think as unions, we have grown up where we are not necessarily only interested in the next election. We are interested, we see a bigger future and we see the industry as something important as opposed to where is my temporary advantage for my next jump. Okay. I'm going to shut up now. We did good.
Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you. You know what? I enjoyed this very much, Quentin.
Thank
Very
you.
much. Made me think about some things too.